So, hello students. As for yesterday, we have learned through many introductions on cell signaling. That's are mostly the introductions, different types, direct, indirect, etc. Now we come to the next part where we study NRF, that is nucleus receptor family. This receptor present in cytosols and in nucleus. Its actual work for the nonpolar molecules or ligands that pass through the plasma membrane and bind in the cytoplasm. The ligands mostly are steroid hormones, estrogen, testosterone, cortisol, steroid hormones, etc., retinoic acids. The structure defines the it's divided into two parts, that is ligand binding domain and DNA binding domain. DNA binding domain, the gene finger motif is present. Here the ligand bind and the response goes on. In structural domains, there are two main domains, that is ligand binding domain. Here the hydrophobic signal molecule attaches, and in DNA binding domain, specific DNA sequence hormone receptor elements that bind in it. Here the MTC signal sequence, where 5 different parts are there: variable regions, DNA binding domain, where gene finger motif binds, or you can say P-box and D-box. Hinge region, where NLS works, nucleorotation signals. Then ligand binding domain, where two types of sites are there: repressor binding sites, that is HDAC, histone deacetylase, and co-activator binding site, that is HAT, histone acetyl transferase. And at last, variable region. Then the NRF divided into two types, that is type 1 and type 2. First, the type 1, it's present in the cytoplasm, where it's bind to chaperone as HSP90 bind here. Here the nonpolar molecules bind and the response goes on, where mostly the ligands that work on cytoplasms are glucocorticoid, androgen, estrogen, etc. So the mechanism here is, when glucocorticoid signals, one of the nonpolar signals that pass through the plasma membrane and bind to the glucocorticoid receptor, where HSP90 removes corticosteroid and the glucocorticoid receptor dimerized. After dimerization, that receptor goes through the nuclear pore and act in the HAT, histone acetyl transferase, or we can say ligand binding domain, in the ligand binding domain, where with the help of HAT, it's the co-activator, the receptor activate the expression. Yeah, one thing, the ligand bind in the HRE site, where it actually work or give expression. The next, type 2 receptor. Type 2 receptor mostly present in the nucleus, where uh, different ligands directly pass through the plasma membrane and through the nuclear pore and act in the nucleus. The receptor present in DNA sequence, where directly ligand bind and activate. The example of the ligands are thyroid hormone receptor, retinoic acid receptors, etc. The mechanism work is here. T3 enters through the plasma membrane and through the nuclear pores, where in nucleus, in DNA sequence, where in HRE site, the receptors are present and it is blocked or it's been held by HDAC, histone deacetylase, that will be removed after the binding of T3 ligand. Receptor activate, HDAC dissociate and HAT recruit. The HAT is the co-activator that bind and activate the expression transcriptions in the nucleus. Then next, about the nitric oxide signaling or carbon monoxide, which is highly reactive and short-lived dissolved gases. Here, the NO, nitric oxide, is when synthesized from arginine, diffused through the plasma membrane, and activate guanyl cyclase, convert GTP to cGMP, and cause vasodilation. This is the visual I have shown here, but in details, in explanation, in brief explanation here, through neural signaling, the signal GPCR activate the adenine cyclase, which cause CMP activation, protein kinase activation, and protein kinase A activate the NOS, nitrogen oxide synthase NOS, which turn the arginine to citrulline plus nitric oxide. Then the nitric oxide can dissolve or move through the plasma membrane easily to the smooth muscles. In smooth muscles, it activates the intracellular guanyl cyclase. The guanyl cyclase activate protein kinase G, which cause the relaxation in smooth muscles and vasodilation. Many examples are also present that cause this for temporary or due to any problems or reaction, it became permanent also. These are the summary for the uh, ligands that activate or permeability bind to the receptors. We should read it and summarize the concept here. So as for today, this will be enough. And in next classes, we'll learn about GPCR or something else. I'll be updated you or directly post the video. So have a nice day and enjoy the sessions. Bye.